Welcome to another day. What am I saying? Welcome to another day of Ether Raids. We're taking on a Ather player here, and this one is actually I don't know what we can do about this one. Primarily because of Hearthfelger here. Neathhogger isn't that much of a problem, but Hearthfelger, I don't think I have any team set up to actually take her out. I feel like she was supposed to be a defense mythic and they just messed it up and put her on offense. Like, she really just doesn't belong on offense, I think. I think she really should have just been a defense mythic, and then, and then maybe they would have had to put Larther in Anima season, and then that would have been actually better. Yeah. But anyways, let's try to figure this one out, man, because we need to get her off the board. We need to get Sigurd off the board, and then I think we can set it up so that we can probably tank the rest of it. Shez isn't that much of a problem since I have a far save, but Gatekeeper is going to stop me from getting as close as I would like, although I can still, try to be mobile and get around, but man, this is going to be tough. And I don't think Nino is going to be able to do very much here because of, well, she doesn't do very well into Neathhogger. Color disadvantage is just too much. And also, she's incredibly tanky. So Nino is probably going to have to sit this one out or just be positional assist help. And also, I'm pretty sure the traps in front are the real ones. That's what I would do. Makes no sense otherwise. And then also, that means I'll have to burn some turns trying to get up there, because I don't want to start this and then get stuck. I at least want to try.
What should I do?
If I get stuck up there, then there's really just no going back. So, yeah, let's try to get this going.
Slow down.
Crom can definitely take out Neathhogger. That much is guaranteed. With the amount of buffs that he'll get, he'll definitely be able to take her out. I don't know if you can take out her Hearthfelger. That we'll have to see. This isn't like a highly invested Hearthfelger or anything, so maybe that's going to work in her favor, but I think Crom might be my only option. And then the problem is, I'm pretty sure, as I said, the trap in front is real, so Crom won't be able to clear that trap. So... And then Nino might have a chance against Hearthfelger, but I can't warp up there, and that's ideally what I would like to do, because moving onto the forest terrain is going to be a bit challenging.
This way.
To do. Brave hits would probably be the best way, but I don't think I can get up there. Nino typically eats a dance to get anything done. It's the weakest unit on this team, I want to say, is probably Nino, and then also Sharena as well. She's actually pretty weak, unmerged, uninvested, doesn't do enough in terms of damage output, and then also just dying. A lot of the times it doesn't work out in my favor. But yeah, Nino, I don't know, like, her problem is that
message received.
To get the plus 24, she definitely needs to get danced. I don't have a way to get her defense and res buffed on this team. And I don't think there's an A skill that gives you the def res buffs. Nothing comes to mind immediately. Probably there is, but I don't think there's an A skill that gives you blue buffs to your defense and res. So yeah, that's really the drawback for Nino here. She needs the tempo in her B skill, otherwise I would give her the potent disarm trap so that we can get around the traps a little bit easier. But she needs the tempo for the Fjorm matchup, which is really what she's built. This team is really built to take out Fjorm, so Neathhogger really throws a wrench in that. But yeah, I don't have a team set up with the two units that take out Neathhogger, which are Lucina and Bernadetta. I don't have a team set up this season with either of those two. I guess Crom can, well, of course, Legendary Crom can do it, and then also, who else? Shez can do it, kinda, sorta. If you swap out her weapon, she can definitely do it with triangle attack. But I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, this is actually a pain. Luckily, I have some turns to set up. It's not like I have to rush in right now, but I don't have. This is one of those ones where I don't have a concrete strategy. Concrete.
Your orders?
Concrete. I don't have a definitive strategy in terms of how to get in there and get out. I don't think there's a unit that can actually bait Neathogger. You're just gonna like. There isn't a green unit. Maybe Alphonse? Maybe? Yeah, maybe Alphonse can bait her and live. Brave Alphonse, but I mean, outside of that, I don't see a unit that can bait this Neathogger and survive. Maybe Neathogger herself, if you win the speed check, that's probably what would end up happening there. But she's doing 99 pretty much every time, so. And I think even in that matchup, the Neathogger that initiates probably is going to win, because that one will probably get more of the offensive status effects. Is it status effects? Weapon conditions activated. So yeah, baiting Neathogger is not a good idea.
Message received.
What am I saying, Neathogger? I mean Hearthvulgar. Hearthvulgar is what I'm referring to, not Neathogger. Hearthvulgar. I've been saying the wrong name this whole time. Even though they're so difficult to pronounce, but I'm just spitting them out, and it's just wrong. It's the wrong name. Why are we... This was not something that they needed to do. They could have just named her like Steve. Even though, I mean, lore-wise, that doesn't have any connections, but really they could have just went with Steve. There's really no reason for her to be named Hearthvulgar, aside from, mythology.
I'll handle this.
Come on, like, I feel like there's a missed opportunity for Steve, or maybe Diana. Maybe Diana, because, hot girl from the DC comics. But yeah. Alright, so we've pretty much guaranteed that trap is the real one, or the ones that are left are the real ones. And that's really like worst case scenario. Well, it doesn't matter, but also I still have to burn a turn. Ideally, I would have liked to have went in on turn 1, but as I said, trap testing. But I don't think it's going to change very much at the end of the day in terms of whether or not we would have. It just makes it take longer.
Close your eyes.
So yeah. No, that's not the right play. I think I might have to edit out a bunch of this because. Yeah, this is really tough. I don't know what to do here. This is really tough. I'm trying to think of my how I'm going to initiate. Shireen is a little bit far back here.
Let me just...
Alright, so I got a plan. We're going to work off Nino and then get up there, and then because she doesn't need to get all the way up. Well, actually she does. I think I might have to wait until turn 4 actually, but let's see how this goes.
What should I do? Hand in hand. Would you escort us?
Alright,
Why not?
We got stilettos, so it looks like we're getting Jimbro, which I'm surprised. I didn't think he just came out end of last year? This year? I'm not quite sure which one. Was it? Oh yeah, this year. And he's already getting an alt. That's pretty quick.
Hand in hand.
Don't know what's up with that, but yeah, it looks like he's definitely going to be on the banner, which is crazy because of the time frame. They really didn't need to do that. They could have picked so many other, but I mean, they have been leaning heavily into their OC basket, using the OCs a lot more. Instead of units from the main game titles, even though I mean personally there isn't that much of a problem with that, but It feels a little bit soon.
Your orders?
So let's see what he gets. I think he's going to probably be on the banner itself, and then, that's bonus doubler, whatever his stuff is. I'm not sure if they're going to give him his perf skill, because that is pretty strong. So let's see how that pans out. It's the Christmas banner. I actually I completely forgot about it being so soon. Because it feels like we just got the Hector banner, last week? And that banner was so mid. Like, just looking back at it, aside from I want to say the new Mythic, and I mean, Layla to some extent has been pretty fun. The rest of the banner is actually pretty weak for a Book 9 opening banner. I mean, in comparison, last year we got Severa, her introduction into the game, and she's actually aged pretty decently. Like, if you highly invest into her, she does very well because she has the full DR piercing in her weapon on on the special proc for godlike reflexes, which is a really good combination. Like, that's like having Legu's friend without having Legu's friend. So really, she only needs a B skill to compensate. Well, I guess you can say that when she come with a buffer is really the best thing for her, but I don't know, man. I think there's gonna be again, God Swords are just lacking a B skill currently. We're just waiting for that B skill that will allow all of our God Swords to just storm back into the meta, and it needs to give them at least plus 20 to all plus 20 to all stats or something crazy like that, to make them actually viable. It has to be like a combination of potent to give them the extra damage plus flat damage reduction, because that's really what they're missing. The pierceable damage reduction at this point is just basically useless. You really just want some type of XLDR in your B slot to make your God Swords competitive again. I don't even know if they're going to do that. I think that what they might end up doing is just completely redesigning the whole God Sword or that archetype. They might just redesign it altogether with better weapons, because I think we're getting close to actually with the X and Y, with X and Y we're getting closer to plus 20. I've been finding it really weird that they've been giving out plus 14 to all stat weapons still at this point. Really the only units so far that have been getting weapons that have more stats have been the mythics and the legendaries. So it's going to be interesting to see when they start transitioning that into more of the summonable pool, seasonal banners and stuff like that, because I don't know if the game's I think the game is ready to have more Hearthvelger types. If Hearthvelger was in the regular pool or a unit akin to her, I don't think it would be that big of a deal, because at this current stage in the game, we're just not killing anything, and we're just getting a bunch of tanks that we just are a lot of times unable to kill. Even Ike is really, really just a menace if he's built properly. So I know they like to put Ike in the trailers to say that, oh, here's Ike, look at this unit and how easily. Well, it's just 10. 80 times 4. I'm pretty sure we can get that. I think what's happening there is I'm not leaving the counterattack, so we need to get a one-shot here in order to take her out. And we have debuffs, which is a thing that this team was missing, but we have debuffs now. That's why Neathauger is here, and also to just be a save unit in the event that we need her. I was contemplating with going with Lilina, but I was like, there's no way I'm ever going to use Lilina outside of this season. I don't even really need her. And then the other option was near save, beefcakes. I don't really need that either. So going with the mythic is probably the better choice, especially since I needed another mythic on the team, and then it was between. There we go. Yeah. It's probably 15. Is that possible? Definitely need to one-shot Hearthvelger because we're not winning the speed check, so that would definitely have to be a one-shot. But the problem is, once I attack with Crom, since Crom is the only one that can take out Neathauger here, that's it. I can't get Plumeria over there to dance. Canto control means that he's only going to be able to move one space, and that's going to be to the left, and that trap is real. And I can't get Plumeria up there.
Sure.
Just looking at what I got right now, I don't see a way to win this. Unless I am able to depend on Shirena. Alright, we can still... You can still get this one. If Shirena can take out... what's his face? 2 units. If she can take out Sigurd and Freyr, then we can probably still get out of here with a win. Ooh,
I'll handle this.
Okay, no, I take that back. There's no way we can win at this point. Because Shirena is not going to be able to get the takeout on Hearthfelder. Shirena won't win that matchup. There's 3 units there. 1 dance that I can't use.
Message received.
Neathhugger won't be able to reach. Nino can't do anything. Yeah, this is a this is a loss, but I'm gonna keep trying for a bit here because let's see.
Your orders?
Ooh, beautiful. Okay. Yeah, this Crom is just gonna keep aging very, very well. He's just gonna keep getting better with age. If I had my Kanto there, I probably would have been able to take out Hearthfelger. But Gatekeeper actually putting in work here. Plumeria, there's no way Plumeria. And then also, even if I did that, then I wouldn't be able to get any coverage. Well, I wouldn't be able to get any coverage from Shez. And I'd have to either leave Freyr alive. Yeah, it would have to be Freyr because then I'd have to take out. But then there's no way to get 1, 2. Okay, yeah. That would all be Shirena. So yeah. But it's already chalked because I can't dance Crom. And Crom is the only one who could have potentially taken out Hot Girl here. Let's keep going for a little bit. I'm just going to let this run while I try to figure out if there's any permutations here that would allow me to win. Even though I doubt it, but yeah, let's just let this run and see where we end up. It's good to see the numbers at least. Oh, that is awful. 16. Oh my god, that's really bad. Why is she? It's Shirena. What the heck? 16 into Freyr. She's not living the Fierce Beast retaliation. That's a 1-shot from Fierce Beast. But 16 is really bad. Is that the that's probably the low.
What should I do?
Man, lows used to be all the rage. Like personally for me, I used to put lows on every single one of my ranged units. Every single one of them. Ranged Cav, infantry range nukes, I would put lows on all of them because winning that speed check or that attack check, the speed check more importantly, was very important on defense. But ever since the tier 4 versions came out, lows have been slowly losing a ton of value in the B skill. I was hoping that they would have maintained their value and been, continue to be competitive, but at this point, there's really no point in running a low in your B skill because, like, let's say Amelia, for instance, or even Marnie, she just gives it out for free. There's so many units that just give out lows for free these days that there's really no point, but
why not?
A lot of this right here in the matchup against Freyr is his Excel, attack defense Excel, plus the low. That's the reason that she's only doing 16 damage, because typically she wins that matchup, but since the low is there, it's like, and also Shirena has a ton of status effects active. It's nerfing her attack, and she's just not doing as well as she normally does into this Freyr. So that's a very good, I don't want to say if it's a good build or not. It's actually similar to the build that I want because I haven't been able to get some of the things onto my Freyr that I want to, and that's one of the things. But it works against me in this particular matchup. and I can't leave Freya alive, or even if I take Shez, it's just not going to work out in my favor. But yeah, lulls are just like everywhere these days. There's even like drive lulls, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Is it Sith that gives out the drive lull? I can't remember. But it's just everywhere these days, and it's lost so much value in the beast lot. I think the only way that they can bring it back is if they combine it with something. But that would be an incredibly strong skill at that point. Kind of like what they've been doing with the disarm trap skills to make them valuable. But I still think a lot of the disarm trap skills are pretty trash. But let's see. I think the only one that really has a lot of potential, or the main one that has a lot of potential, is if they combine DR piercing into the healer B skills. That's really when we're probably going to start being able to use healers. But until that point, healers are just going to suffer because they can't pierce DR, and it just means that they'll have to do that much more damage to actually matter. To make it matter, because Mystic Boost already kills them, and then, you know, just not being able to meet those damage checks, it's just not a good thing for them. But let's see where that goes. Let's see if Strain can do anything here. That's actually not bad, but okay, yeah, 3. That would have been helpful earlier, but then also not helpful still because Hearthfogger. Yeah, Nino is definitely, I think, replaceable on this team because her build just restricts her into taking out fuel. I don't even want to blame Nino for this. It's really just the fact that Hearthfogger is here. I think if this were any other unit, we would have been able to win, but she's just too good in terms of all of the damage reduction she has, which is just insane. Like, it doesn't look like there's a lot there, but she uses Potent way better than Marth did, Emblem Marth, who I feel, I don't know, are they ever going to give Emblem units refines? Because that's actually what he would need to be usable at this point. Yeah, he's just so bad. Maybe if you take off the Potent follow-up, but that's his whole gimmick. Unless you want to like start partnering him with like some type of triangle attack composition, but I don't think triangle attack is going to make a big comeback until it's on a range unit that isn't turn locked, which is what Hater is. She only gives out triangle attack on the 4th turn, and that's not the greatest thing. We need it like right away. Kind of like with the dual button, but then also not a dual button. We just need it in the weapon on the range unit. Until then, Potent is probably going to be this. I wonder if we're going to get a emblem ring that just gives out Potents, because that would actually be really nice. But I think this is pretty much as far as I can go here. Gonna have to call it. This one's a loss. GG's, man. You got me. Very well built defense, and the off-season mythic. Yeah, Hearthfogger is just that good, man. I was about to put her on my defense, but she would just steal all of the kills, and I didn't want to give her the light. So I've decided to go in different directions, which you'll see in the Flint's replays when they come out. But GG's, man.